Day 96. Everybody's still sleeping. It's like 4 a.m. I got 25 miles to do, nothing real big. Not trying to do big miles so the count can keep up, because that dude doesn't really do big miles. I'm actually kind of surprised he made it here, but I think that's only because there was those shortcuts. Today, I don't believe there are any shortcuts. Without Red looking for them, count's not really going to find them because Red searches. So we're just walking the line today. And I hope count keeps up. But he's never hiked alone, so he should hike alone eventually anyway. It's good for you. But I'm walking up to the yellow line. Gonna make it about 3 miles in. There's supposed to be some campsites. And it looks like, looks mellow. I don't see a problem with it. First thing we do is a river crossing today, so cold, wet feet. Yeah, my shoes are already wet, so no big deal. Get my coffee in me. Let's go hiking. We were crammed in there a little tight. Oh, hey, Viking showed up. I didn't even hear him come in last night. I think I did a pretty good job of sneaking out. Nobody seemed to toss and turn much. I actually met Viking on the PCT. I don't remember him. I don't remember most people. But he remembers hanging out at the Paradise Cafe. He says I have a lot of funny stories. He recognized me without the kilt or the bad hat or anything. I was just in that hostel kicking back in my pants. And he recognized me, which is kind of strange because most of us hikers look a lot alike. Last night, Count and I were talking, and he sarcastically says, you did your bear hang, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I always do my bear hang proper. And that other group looks over at me like, oh shit, because they thought I was going to make them hang their bear bags. Because, if one person is super responsible, other people join in. So they're all looking at me. I was like, no, I'm kidding. I sleep with my food. And they were all like, shh, yeah, because we sleep with our food too. Everybody does. And so far, the people I've seen the bear hang, hang their bags, hang them right outside of their tent. On that first day when I went the wrong way, everybody had their bags hanging from their tents like 10 yards away from their tent. So when the bear can't get to your tasty food, who do you think it's going to snack on next? Might as well just sleep with your food, man. Instead of teasing that bear, getting it all worked up, trying to get your calories. And then when it figures out it can't, it's like, well, fuck, I'm just going to eat that hiker. He's full of calories. Okay. First water crossing of the day, and it is going to be cold because my toes already hurt. At least it's not wide. Maybe I can even rock hop if I'm lucky. Been headed up for a while, but these switchbacks kind of suck. I can't see them, or I'd totally shave them off, because they're the kinds that don't go up at all. They go horizontally across the face of the mountain or hill, and they go up just a tiny bit where it curls around, and then it's flat walking horizontal again. I think this is like my 9th switchback. This thing's a hill, not a mountain. Montana really needs some global warming. I think everybody here should start burning tires every day. Just heat this place up a little bit. Middle of summer, and this is way colder than Arizona gets in the middle of winter. That's not right. So we need to turn the thermostat up here just a bit. I'm sick of being cold, man. There's a little bit of warmth in the afternoon, just a little bit, and it's back down to freezing again. Does this state ever warm up? The answer to that is no. We looked at their average, and they freeze every day. Well, every night throughout the year. Averages are in the 30s for their lows. That is not... Oh. Hey, look, cutie. I didn't even see you there. Get it. Somebody's making a nest. So cute. Glad I had no grand illusions of keeping my stuff dry. The trail is a bit overgrown. And a little on the moist side. Oh, looks like I made it to the top of that hill. I don't know if I'm going up the next one. It appears I'm going down now. About time for a safety meeting, huh? I agree. And have me a cookie or something. My tummy's a little on the empty side. Curious what Count's gonna do today. I'm willing to bet that he's gonna team up with that other group that was there and walk with them. Because he's never hiked solo before. I totally think he should. I've been recommending it to him, but he's like, oh, hell no. He's never hiked by himself. So, he better keep up or he's sleeping alone, man. I wonder if that would terrify him. It's a good experience for you, though. Yeah, you're supposed to be scared here and there in life. Or you're not doing it right. Well, dude needs to step outside of his boundaries. Curious what he's going to do when Red leaves, because Red is going back to work sometime next month. I'm not sure exactly when next month, beginning or end. But what's Count going to do after that? He's a real nice guy. I like him. I enjoy his company, but I am not going to sit around camp and wait until 10 or 11 when he finally decides to wake up. Red puts up with that shit, caters to it even. Like when he wakes up at noon, Red's there with a cup of coffee for him. Like, here you go, buddy. Not like, hey, you know you're slowing everybody down, right? No, none of that. I'd give him that, but Red's a very, very mellow soul. So he's been catering to Count, so Count's just used to being Count. I get it. I got my own quirks. But with Red not around, nobody's going to sit in camp and wait until noon for that dude to wake up, so I imagine he's got to have to get used to hiking alone, but I more imagine that he is just going to quit the trail when Red leaves. He'll probably hike for another week or two and then get lonely and quit. That's my best guess. We'll see if I'm right. I had heard that in the bob, just expect to have a wet feet all day, but you know, everything just holds the moisture, and you can knock most of it off with just a thing, but when you walk by it, you grab the rest. So I am soaked from kilt down. Funny enough, I rolled up my pant legs up to here so they wouldn't get wet during the river crossing. Futile efforts. I mean, they stay dry during the river crossing, or stream, or whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, I've given up on trying to knock the dew off these lilies. Yeah, I'm just strolling through, looking at it as a kilt washing. Unfortunately, my pants were clean, but they'll dry out. The sun will come out eventually. Maybe it's mildly overcast. Hard to tell, man. Could just be grayish skies. But it's definitely not blue to me. It's about 6:30, so I'm expecting to get some sunlight pretty soon. It would be nice, because my toes hurt and there's not a damn thing I can do about it. At least with my fingers, I can wrap them around my neck, which is what I would generally do, because my neck is generally pretty warm. Unless some ice cold hands have stolen all its heat. But at least I have options with my fingers. With my toes, once they're cold, they're cold. Cold and wet, oh, they're just stuck like that. There's nothing you can do. Except suck it up, buttercup. which is probably the main skill you need to be a hiker while through hiking. The ability to suck it up. Gotta have a lot of shit happen. A lot of people are negative. You know, I'm negative about a lot of things, or cynical, I'd say, not necessarily negative. But there's a positive in everything. Sometimes you gotta look deep. You gotta look deep and lie to yourself a little bit, but it's in there somewhere. I think for most people, through hiking is more downs than ups. It's probably why most of us fail. Man, overgrown was not the word to use for this. I don't know what word it is. Peruvian jungle, maybe? A jaguar to pop out at any moment. Wouldn't mind a cougar, telling you. Yeah, now that I can see the sky better or more, there is a pink haze going on. Hopefully the sun comes up and burns that off. But I don't know, that could be smoke, can it? Yeah, because it is kind of an odd color. I'm going to go with, I heard Canada is burning. So I'm going to go with this is smoke from their wildfires, or, you know, one of ours. Who knows? How often does Canada have a wildfire? Seems like it's, you know, cold and wet. Only been to a little part of it, but, you know, it's farther north than this, and look at this. You know. I have a hard time imagining a forest fire going through here, but that's at this time of year. Oh, I was going to say in the heat of summer, you know, the place might get dry, but no, I forgot this is the heat of summer. It's like July 6th or something. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, this is about as hot and dry as it gets out here, I'm guessing. Crazy. Oh, I see you. How do I get to where you're at, though? I don't see where you're touching. I see you hitting that tree right there. But this is kind of dense. So I don't know how long till I actually get some of that sunlight. That sweet, sweet sunlight. And all my digits hurt. I just want a little sunlight to change my perspective. Found a spot where I can get a little bit of sunshine. I think I'm headed over into that. So I'm just going to sit on this log right here and have myself yet another safety meeting while the sun does its job. This terrain kind of sucks. I just looked at the map. How far have I gone? I expected 5-6 miles, now 3.6 in just over 2 hours. So I'm not even doing 2 miles an hour. I knew it was slow going, but I did not know it was that slow. I was going to sit here and make some second coffee. I was thinking about it, but I'm not in a position where I want to be. So maybe later. I was kind of dreading going into the woods again. It's cold in there. Wet. Give the sunshine a minute to do its thing. My fingers have stopped hurting. My toes are, they're iffy. They still hurt, but they're not in pain. But I want to wait until, you know, they're kind of normalish before I go subject them to what they're going to go through. Hope for no storms today, man. I'm sick of being cold and wet. Well, now that I got semi-warmed up, you know, I heard water running, but I didn't even think about it. But yeah, the first thing I do is walk into some cold ass water. I could probably rock hop, but you know, hey, what's the point? We're getting our feet wet. I mean, they were already wet, but they were. It's not too terribly cold. And even if it was, it's not too long. Oh, and another one. Hey, today is my day. Bob is a very moist place. One of the few animals I've seen out here. I've been seeing its footprints for miles. I thought they were fresh, but I didn't realize they were this fresh. Surprised you don't see more footprints out here. The trail is by far the easiest way to travel. How you doing, buddy? Are you curious? You want me to pee on something for you so you can lick it off? I know you guys love pee. Oh, later, buddy. You have a good day. Can't just stand here staring at you all day. Appreciate you not being scared. Do you see what I see? Oh yeah. Touch my skin, touch my skin. Ah. I'm just gonna stand right up here for a minute or 5. I'm not taking a break, I'm not taking my pack off. Oh, I'm just gonna absorb some radiation. It is getting better though. My fingers have stopped hurting even before I came out there. Toes still working on them, but they're feeling better. I might enjoy the day if I try. I just might. Bob is kind of a hard thing to enjoy. Look at this. Glad there's not mosquitoes yet. Or, you know, are there mosquitoes here? I don't know. I assume there would be. I've seen a few, you know, but not clouds. Maybe it's because it's so cold in the morning still. So I should be thankful, right? Thank you for being cold, even though I hate it, but I hate mosquitoes more than I hate cold. Oh, it's the little thing. Grape is my favorite artificial flavor, and I open up my Welch's, and what? All of them on top are grape. 5 that I see. Oh, look at that one in there. Oh, it's a grapey too. Nom, nom, nom. For some reason, this one gets a bridge. Why this one? Am I near a road that made it convenient to get this thing in or something? Oh, good old Muskrat Pass. Guess that's what I'm headed towards. Or maybe that's the pass I just did. I don't know. Hard to tell if I'm even headed towards a pass. Hills all over the place, but this trail meanders. Fortunately, some hikers put that trash there to stop me from going that way because the trail zigs back that way. From here to here. And according to... got bit by a mosquito. Right in the head. According to the comments, had I kept going, I'd ended up in a bog. That explains the amount of mosquitoes around there. So we're just going to zig up and then back, I think, just to avoid the bog. I'm down with that. That is really clear water, even though it's semi-stagnant. See every little log in it. See no fish or anything though. No movement. Well, I grabbed water, but I had to haul it way up the hill to get away from most of the mosquitoes. I had to put stuff in the eye holes here to stop them from biting me. Not too terribly many up here. I've murdered most of them, and they don't seem to be coming back, so that's cool. Because I still have half a cup of coffee to enjoy. And it's hard to enjoy when you're fighting off little blood-sucking monsters. I'm only a little over 8 miles in, and it's already like 10 o'clock. I am moving slow. Terrain seems to be getting better. It's less overgrown, but still rather overgrown. But I'm just going to mosey on. Campsites are not aplenty, but I did read about there's a yellow line that we're headed to. Red to yellow, back to red. And like 2 miles in the yellow line, it says there's camp spots in there. So that's kind of what I'm headed for. It'll make it like a 25-mile day. Nothing huge, but a respectable day, you know. That's where I told Count I'd be, so let's see if he makes it there. He's got the keys to the van, or they're on the van somewhere. He insinuated that the keys might be attached to the van somewhere, like a hide-a key, but he didn't say it specifically. So if I get there way before him, I'm going to search around and see if I can't find a hide-a key. Let myself in, you know, kick it there. That's a nice place to camp, especially if he's like a whole day behind me. I got supplies in there, man. Lots of supplies. I'm liking these guys. Oh, where'd you go? They look like bees, but they're just friendly little flies. I just want to drink my sweat. I'm cool with them because they don't bite. You can drink all my sweat all you want, but you have to die. Tee hee. It's okay, buddy. There you go. Yeah, you drink up all my sweat. I got lots for you. I'm a dirty, dirty boy. Like, nom, nom, nom. Always going at it. There's some good stuff there. They even make a noise when they're stationary. Those guys are some diligent hikers. When I left camp, or last night, they said they weren't planning on hiking out until 7. I left at something like, I want to say 5 this morning. So I had a 2-hour head start on them, and they already passed me. And they say they're doing another 26 from here today. Damn. Although I guess I got to make big miles because most people are going to Lincoln, and that's a really long haul. I don't remember how long it was. It was like most people were planning for like 8 days or something like that. Glad we broke the bob up. Oh, there's a lake with an island down there. Oh, that's the marsh we walked around. Yeah, I walked all along that, back around, then up here. Okay. It was real easy to get stuck in that marsh, though, since it was such a sharp turn to stay on trail. I'd have kept going straight had there not been those sticks. And the comments were like, I found myself in a bog. Yeah, technically it's less miles, but I wouldn't do it again. Who did this? Ripped up a plant there, and a plant there, and a plant there. Wet animal digs up clumps of plants. I'm going with bear. And I haven't seen any evidence of bear. That's an interesting footprint right there. It's old, whatever it is. Look like huge bird toes to me, but I haven't seen a fresh pile of bear scat either. So, like, literally no evidence other than a black bear footprint. And black bears don't count as bears. Come on. You must just have to time it right to start a forest fire out here. There's got to be a dry season. But obviously fire happens. And these weren't even dead beforehand, like beetle kill or anything. I've seen no evidence of beetles on them. It's straight death by fire. Oh, thank you, hikers. I have to assume this is the way to go. I'll check my map once I'm down it a bit. Oh, that must be poop. What kind of poop you ladies got there? Not moving, huh? Give it up. Give it up. Must be some good poo. They ain't gonna share with me. Oh, fairly certain that's a bear print right there. It's hard to tell with all the other traffic on the trail. Yeah, all I can fully make out is that one for sure. So few animals out here. But I can see why. I am probably by far the oldest thing in this whole forest. Well, from what I can see. Well, that'd be some pretty cool burn art right there. Take a sandblaster. Take all that char off. Oh, it's doing it on this side. Look at that. I mean, that's gorgeous right there. Yeah, I think I want to set some wood on fire and take a sandblaster to it. I like the way it looks. Well, somebody's been out here semi-recently. I haven't had to hop over a single blowdown yet. I appreciate that. There's a lot of work in the future for somebody, though. These things are going to start falling eventually. I love that pattern. Groovy, man. That looks fresh as all get out to me, man. Black bear. Yeah, that's been rumbling. I don't know what's on the other side of that. Ooh, are those the claw marks up there? Or those little baby footprints? Big footprint and a baby footprint? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that good. But I do like baby animals, but not baby bears. Baby bears are jerks. They will get their mama to kill you. Oh, it looks like a swan. I just passed those other three hikers. They're taking a break over yonder. But since they're near the water, they didn't hear me get up close. And when the trail got at its closest point, I did my bear noise. Getting pretty good at that. But yeah, it terrified all of them. The looks, they all looked up in terror. Oh, it's good shit, yeah. Everybody's a little paranoid. But, you know, I guess you should be. It's healthy out here. Still can't imagine why they'd come to this area of all places. I don't know, you know, I know bears eat pretty much everything, but there isn't much going on. Not much at all. Oh, that storm's getting closer. It's moving slow at least. Trying to make a couple more miles before it hits me. Maybe I can hide under a tree and it'll pass. Is it afternoon storms like how Colorado does it? I don't know. I haven't had service in days, so I haven't checked the weather. Actually, I haven't checked the weather in like a week or so, but, you know, I expect it's gonna rain. The vast majority of this day has been dead forest. I would have rather started here and ended where I started, because that stuff was tall, cold, and wet. I don't know if it shows up, but the bugs are doing this mating ritual that makes them look like falling snow almost. When I capture them in the sunlight, they're just kind of falling from the sky. Like I said, don't know if this shows on camera because all I see is glare. Yeah, they're probably everywhere. I can just see them right now because of the angle of the sun. I have made it to the yellow line. It's an alternate that runs about 27 miles before it meets back up with the CDT proper. CDT heads somewhere off into there. Couldn't really tell you where, but somewhere off in that direction. So I'm headed up through here. I'm told I have tons of stream crossings with no bridges or logs, lots of mud. But that there will be forest, canopied forest, it said, pretty soon. I'm only planning on going about 2 miles in, even though I have tons of daylight left, just to wait for count. I'll go scope out a good campsite. Although I got a feeling he's not actually going to make it this far. And it's only 25 miles, but when you sleep till noon, that's hard to make. But I think camping by himself a few times and hiking by himself a few days maybe might help him wake up a little bit earlier. Yeah, I don't know. Man, I got startled by a little frog. Hi, buddy. I can't even see you on the screen. Do you even show up? I was just walking up here and I saw something leathery moving. I thought it was like a snake's head or something. Well, I might walk a little farther than I intended. Still pretty early. Let's see how I feel when I get to a campsite and what it looks like. But I mean, what's the point of sitting here waiting for count when I'm fairly certain he's not even going to make it this far today? No, I'll walk till I feel like stopping. See a nice spot, maybe I'll stop, maybe I won't. I don't know, it's all on my whim. Well, I was not expecting a cabin. Let's go check this out. Gooseberry Registry. Gooseberry Guard Station. Well, unfortunately, all the doors have locks on them. I think that was the privy. This one has locks on its door as well. What a shame. Might have considered camping here. Low bridge. But if I can't even get in, what is the point of staying here? The bottom lock is undone. Or broken, one of the two. But that one still holds me out. Now, do you remember on the AZT where I was finding Scrabble pieces? Oh, I was getting the sun. Finding Scrabble pieces with a very specific smiley face on the back? They're here, too. Just found that one in here. It's the only one. That's strange. This place is just crawling with rodents. And if I move real fast, they squeak and run away. It's cute. This place has some of them horrible biting flies, the really big monstrous ones, but they have beautiful eyes. But as much as I keep trying to get a picture of their eyes, like I let them land on me, but they're real skittish. They don't like being squished. But that's what happens when you bite people, you get squished. So I took a few pictures of their eyes, but I don't know how they turned out. We'll find out. I don't think I got them though. They're like CDs, man. They're really cool. Things are adorable. I love rodents. Man, I lost a sock. I had them hanging on the back of my pack to dry, but one of them fell off. Maybe I'll look out and Count will pick it up. But I kind of doubt it. End of the night, I'm going to get my feet wet. I don't really see a way around it. I prefer not to. I mean, it is the end of the day. This would be the last crossing, I believe. I'm going to walk down here and look, see if I can rock hop. Yep, just enough rocks to get across. My feet are still dirty. They could definitely use a washing, but I don't feel like having wet shoes at the end of the night again if I can avoid it. I'm also surprised Viking hasn't caught up. Oh, that's the privy way up on the hill. I did not check that. Not worth it to me. I didn't really have to go. I was just curious what the privy was like here. But sometimes just seeing a privy, musters up the urge to go. And hey, why not? I don't mind dropping a pound or two of base weight. Uh-oh, something coming in. I'm about a mile from where I'm sleeping, so hopefully I make it there before any raindrops fall. And my dreams of dry feet are dashed. So soon, too. I didn't expect another river crossing so soon. No. Getting done over with. It's kind of fast. Convenient little waterfall to collect from. Runs right across the trail. And now I'm going to carry this off and hope for a campsite somewhere. Everything's overgrown, unlevel, down trees everywhere, so this could be challenging. I'm hoping somebody's carved out a spot for me. Ultimate goal is to find a spot big enough for 2 or 3 tents, because I'm guessing Viking encounter together. But one spot for me would do, just, to be selfish. Just being real here. But I'm going to keep my eye out for, something for the group. If there is a group. I still might be camping by myself. I don't have high hopes the count will make it this far. There is one spot over there. That's just one. Oh, maybe I could do something in here. That might work. Well, I was wrong. I misjudged him. Count just caught up. Did not expect that at all. Did not. Especially since I had a several hour lead on him. I mean, I take some pretty long breaks here and there. But still, he crushed some miles out to get here. So now we're looking for a place to camp. Not easy. And we found a semi-flat spot just before it started raining. There's still a little pitter-patter going on, but there's a steady drizzle there for a bit. I ate my dinner, all that fun stuff. We looked at the map. There is, because camping around here is hard to find. The Bob is a wet place. They call it the bog marsh. Very appropriate. But tomorrow is a day of solid climbing. So it's almost double the climbing we did today, but I didn't do a whole lot today, so I'm not overly worried about it. But in 25 miles, there is an actual campsite, so that's what I'm going to aim for. Not planning on taking off early, though. It was really cold this morning and uncomfortable, so no, it was beyond uncomfortable. It was downright painful, man. And I don't really want to repeat that, so with it water falling from the sky now, all the plant life will be wet, so probably going to sleep in just a little bit. Well, that makes sense. Good night.